Those who haven't caught COVID yet, how have you managed to avoid it? I live in Gary, Indiana. Not even COVID wants to come here. I'm always congested. COVID can't get in. I'm almost 7 tall. I believe I am breathing from a different air supply than most other people. Anytime I see a COVID particle coming at me I duck. __/. I hate people and I don't like to be touched. I got a brain tumor and I got isolated in a hospital about 1 year ago and now I'm just trying to keep distance from people. Edit, thank you all. I am very grateful for all the support and I am very thankful for everything and everyone. I haven't had it yet and I don't know how it's possible. All my colleagues, my whole family, and my friends have had it. Me live in cave. Me never see people. I didn't avoid COVID. COVID avoided me. My mother has tested positive twice but was never sick. If people don't feel sick and don't get tested it doesn't mean they never caught COVID. I suspect I'm just immune to it at this point. I had every reason to catch it. Edit, who cursed me? Who jinxed me? What karmic debt do I owe? Not 2 days after posting this I tested positive for COVID, and I got it bad. Listen to your elders, kids. Easy, I haven't left the house. Stay away from kids. I leave my house maybe 3 or 4 times a week. It's easy when you're already an introvert lol. Edit, for context. Pre-COVID, I used to commute 5 days a week and go out on weekends. What are you convinced people are pretending to enjoy? 3-hour-long church services. Jesus gave the Sermon on the Mount in like 5 minutes. Get over your ego, pastor. Having constant drama at work, in friend groups, and elsewhere really can't be all that exciting, can it? If I have one friend causing me too much drama I usually avoid it like it's the plague. Bars and restaurants with loud music and terrible acoustics. What's the point in being social in a place where they're trying to make it hard for you to socialize? LinkedIn. Your boss jokes. Podcasts where the hosts just laugh at everything they / other hosts / guests say. Nothing is that funny for that long, dude. Trying to make everything Instagram ready. I've fallen in that trap before, deleted everything but Reddit. I'm much happier now living in the moment, watching my kids play instead of taking photos of them, eating my food instead of standing above it trying to take a picture in a crowded restaurant. Once you stop feeding your ego, a lot of worry stops with it. Long ass, boring videos of their friends' kids. Live action remakes. Maintaining their jobs as YouTube, TikTok, Instagram personalities. I briefly had mild success with a channel on YT 10 years ago and it was nowhere near the level things are now. And I see the production value and the regularity of some of the content. And I just think how much pressure these folks feel to feed the machine or perish. American talent shows like quite literally America's Got Talent, and American Idol. Who the fuck are these shows catered to? The dialogue is cheesy, idiotic, and fake as fuck and the structure doesn't make sense. Back then it had categories and the contestants would compete against their own groups which at least made it somewhat interesting. Now? Anything fucking goes, and you could have a wannabe Jabba wacky dance group of about 20 people vs Little Timmy playing a harmonica with his asshole. It makes no goddamn sense. That nasty fermented shark they over in Iceland. Anything that requires an insane amount of waiting in line. Amusement parks, brunches at fancy places, nightclubs, etc. Like, you're engaging in a barrier to make the thing you want seem worthwhile. I dunno, I despise lines. Playing tag with a 4-year-old. You have to let them win all the time to not make them cry, you have to run really slow and you have to look like you're enjoying it. My presence. What is criminally overpriced? Human pharmaceuticals. My dog needed a chelation medication that my vet specifically said was on the pricey side but recommended a pharmacy that she worked with. I called with prescription in hand, and they quoted $3,000 plus for a month's supply. Then the rep stated they accidentally read the cost for humans. Dog cost was actually $60. Same dosage, same pill count, but adding chicken flavor and putting a little dog on the label dropped the price 98%. Funerals. Have you seen the price of lettuce in Canada? AP pence in the US. I mean, at least it's not something I need to use regularly, but those things are so expensive. I'm just trying to not die if I accidentally eat a peanut. Thankfully I found a much cheaper alternative, but they're hiking their prices now too. Edit due to questions, I currently have an AVQ, but they are going up to $100 plus after this year as I was recently informed by my allergist. Inkjet cartridges. College books. Inhalers. I have a crappy high deductible plan and pay $220 a month for something I need to breathe. Edit, for some B-Court. I'm an oddball and albuterol doesn't work for me. Second edit, my inhaler is that price until I reach my high deductible. I use the generic, but I thought it was easier saying some B-Court than typing out the generic name. If I use good RX, it doesn't apply to said high deductible. I appreciate everyone's suggestions. My husband needs rituximab infusions due to a rare kidney disease. They are $16,000 each. That's $16,000 per 4-hour infusion. And they aren't covered by our insurance. Ticket website service fees. On a small scale? Hummus. Seems like everywhere in the US, a small tub of hummus is like $5 or more and marketed like it's some kind of exotic, bougie foreign condiment. Dude, hummus costs nothing to make, I would almost wager it's cheaper to make than ketchup. And it takes almost no time. You pretty much throw shit in a blender and you're done. I had some friends over, and one of my friends didn't believe me. I walked into the kitchen and 10 minutes later walked out with a massive bowl of hummus that just about everyone agreed was the best hummus they'd ever had, because they'd only ever had store-bought crap. It's super cheap, super easy, and I promise you, your homemade hummus will likely taste better than that Sabra bullshit. Edit, *, wow, I didn't expect this comment to get so much attention. People asked for a recipe, and I had put this as a response in the comments below. This is just how I make it, it is by no means definitive, *. It's hard to give measurements with hummus, because it's completely to taste and preference. Some people like their hummus thin and sauce-y, some like it stiff and thick. Some like it smooth, some like it more textured. Some people like to be able to taste the tahini, or the lemon juice, some like it to fade into the background. Me, I like mine thick, think stiff peaks, textured, and I like to be able to just slightly taste a kiss of the lemon, but not overpowering. Start with like 2 parts tahini and 1 part lemon or lime juice, try 1/2 cup tahini to 1/4 cup juice, with a clove or 2 of garlic and a big pinch of salt in a food processor, and blend until smooth and a little frothy. I also like just a splash of olive oil, but not everyone does. Then once all that is smooth, slowly start adding 1 can, drained, of chickpeas in, until you get to your desired consistency. If you're doing 1/2C and 1/4C, you'll definitely need a second can. I usually make enough for several people. From there start your seasoning, and adjusting to taste. Blend 10 to 15 seconds, stop, taste. Do you need more salt? More lemon? If it's too thick add a bit of olive oil, if it's too runny add more chickpeas. Find your balance. That's why it's hard to pin down an exact recipe, because it's a very malleable, flexible recipe. From there, start putting in your additives. Fresh garlic is good, cumin is good, you can try pine nuts, paprika, etc. I personally like to oven roast some red peppers until the skin is charred, peel off the skin, and put that in there. I've seen people put chopped Kalamata olives in their hummus, I've seen people put finely diced jalapeno. You do you. Everything scalpers have gotten their hands on. Game stations, graphics cards, you name it. Airport food and drinks. $7 for a granola bar. $6.95 for water. $22 for beer. $17 for a chicken wrap. $9 for a trail mix. It's criminal. Eyeglasses. Because of a blatant monopoly. Luxottica controls 80% of the major brands in the $28 billion global eyeglasses industry. Forbes. I know everybody is going to give better answers, but for the life of me, I cannot without why suitcases are so expensive. They're just plastic shells, a zip, and some wheels, yet they sell for hundreds. Toner/ink.